Ciudad del Este, despite being the second largest city in Paraguay, doesn't receive the same attention as Asunción from Europeans, Americans, Australians, and in general the foreigners who choose to settle, either permanently or just for part of the year, here in Paraguay. But what are the real differences with the capital, and above all, does Ciudad del Este really deserve to be sidelined, or is it a real hidden gem? Well, I should preface in this by saying that I have been to Ciudad del Este many times, and to the nearby Hernandarias as well, but always for just short trips and without ever really trying to live there. But knowing the city, today I want to help you understand whether or not it's what you are looking for. This is the Uber for today. Hope you guys like it. Not feeling super comfortable about it, I gotta admit. There's an important meeting I had to attend in Ciudad del Este today, and so... whew. Thank you for choosing to fly with Paraguay Pathways Airlines to this flight with destination Ciudad del Este, Paraguay. The exterior temperature is 2 billion degrees Celsius and our forecasted flight time is 40 minutes. We're about to land. I want to record a live reaction to the landing. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Okay, it dances around quite a bit of dancing. Okay, let's touch. Okay, we got here. To begin with, Ciudad del Este is diametrically opposed to Asunción in most respects. Asunción is known as a very quiet and safe city, but one that can be sometimes a bit boring due to the lack of entertainment options. While in Ciudad del Este, on the contrary, there's new things to do every day, literally, but at the same time, it's much less safe and extremely chaotic.
Me llamaron un señor que es conocido de ustedes.
Famoso Alex.
Ese no es el que vende acá cubierta. Ese apellido también. No sé si son primos, hermanos. Ese apellido también, el mismo apellido tiene. Acá agarra todos los días.
Asunción is famous for being the city where trees and buildings constantly alternate the urban jungle, while Ciudad del Este is largely a concrete jungle, interrupted by a single large park owned by Itaipu, the hydroelectric dam that supplies the electricity to all Paraguay and large part of Brazil. Asunción is the heart of Paraguayan culture, tradition, while Ciudad del Este, also called Ciudad do Leste, is so integrated into Brazilian culture, being right on the border with Brazil, that the fronterizos, meaning the inhabitants of that region, consider themselves neither really totally Paraguayan nor totally Brazilians. It's just like a new culture, being a mix of the two. They belong to a unique set which is only found along this border, which unites both things: the music, the food, the way they spend their free time, the language. Everything is truly a mix between Paraguay, Brazil, and to some extent, Arab culture. But above all, Ciudad del Este is known for one thing: shopping. In fact, it is a free trade zone where Argentinians and Brazilians flood the city in the millions every year to shop around. Just think that an iPhone will cost you 50% more in Brazil and almost 100% more in Argentina. So whether it's electronics, fashion, luxury, tires, or any other imported product, the convenience of buying in Ciudad del Este is enormous for them. So both Argentina and Brazil are countries with very high import duties, even for products that are not available in the national industry. Well, in Paraguay, those products are often not subject to any duty, and foreigners receive an immediate VAT discount at the checkout without even having to do a tax refund. So if the city streets are chaotic, full of mall shops, imitations, fake products, and chaos, well, once you enter a shopping center, the music changes completely. Luxury restaurants, shelves full of everything, and an infinite quantity of jobs generated precisely by retail sales. So just think that in Black Friday 2025 alone, Ciudad del Este recorded sales of $610 million. That means that 1.2% of the national GDP was generated exclusively on this single day in this single city. Thanks to the wonderful welcome from the owner Armando Nasser, we had the opportunity to explore and have him tell us about the most exclusive of all the shopping centers in Ciudad del Este. This is Saks, a name that in Paraguay is synonymous with luxury. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, Versace, practically any luxury brand that is almost impossible to find anywhere else in the national territory is sold at Saks. I leave you with the video where you will understand the incredible, mind-blowing contrast between the two realities of inside and outside of a shopping center in Ciudad del Este.
Estamos por fin en Saks. Acá realmente es increíble, es súper lindo.
Y acá podemos entrar ya lo que es la parte de la tienda. Acá, por ejemplo, tenemos el sector de Hugo Boss, que es uno de los favoritos, realmente. Además, tenemos lo que es la parte de Versace. Son los productos más exclusivos y creo que los más caros incluso son los que están acá en el piso, en el sector de home. Papel de paredes de Versace.
Sí, eso me llamó muchísimo la atención, el papel de pared de Versace, no me lo esperaba. ¿Y hay conveniencia en comprar en Ciudad del Este comparado con otras sucursales?
No realmente, todos tienen el mismo precio, todo se trata de la misma manera. En cuanto a eso, Ciudad del Este, al ser una de las sucursales que es mucho más grande, tenés muchas más opciones.
I think Ciudad del Este is a great place for those who want to invest in Paraguay. The city is just growing in this insane, very fast way, perhaps even too fast compared to what its urban planning actually allows, and trade never stops growing. Every year there is a double-digit increase in retail sales, also driven by the fact that Brazil has this increasing tax pressure and the imported products show no sign of decreasing their duties, while Paraguay is positioning itself not only as a place where you can go and shop, but also a great option to live. Speaking with some friends who have investments in Ciudad del Este, they told me that in newly built buildings you can even reach up to 15% ROI with Airbnb, figures decisively different from those seen in Asunción. So, in short, Ciudad del Este is a chaos that moves money, people, and every type of goods at the speed of light. It works well for those who thrive in this type of environment, marked by a unique fusion of cultures. Not only Paraguayan and Brazilian, moreover, but it's also very strongly signed by the Lebanese and Chinese component, which represent actually the initial community from which, over 50 years ago, this new embryo of a city dedicated to trade was born. One thing is certain, if you are an Asunción type of guy, you are not a Ciudad del Este type of guy. So you can certainly choose between one and the other, but being undecided is very difficult since the two places are so completely worlds apart. And with this, from Asunción and Ciudad del Este, that is all for today. I'll see you in Paraguay.